Hello, I'm Father Bill Rakowitz from Loyola in the Potomac Retreat House, and I'd like to share some thoughts with you on the Feast of Christ the King. You know, as the church year comes to a close, we're invited to look at the final truths: death, the possibility of eternal life, heaven and hell. We are also called to look at our actions and where they will eventually bring us. During this last week of the year, the church is asking, on the Feast of Christ the King, who do we really follow in our lives? Though not observed, there's a great cosmic spiritual struggle going on between God and evil to win the hearts of people. There are two leaders that exist in this world. One who desires us life, happiness, and companionship, and the other one only wants to see us dead after suffering and being alone in life. Now, the approach of God is simple and straightforward. Do unto others as you would have them do to you. So care about everyone, not just your family and friends, but also the strangers whom you either fear or find funny, or your enemies whom you wish would just disappear, or please leave me alone. And God doesn't lie. It tells us the truth that at times this work will be painful. In setting our needs and wants aside so that the other person may live and thrive because of what we have done for them. Take up your cross daily and follow me. Say no to yourself, yes to me, to life, and others. There is nothing magical, exotic, or impossible about the Lord's directives and commands. Do the work that is before you. Go to school, to the office, cook, clean the bathroom, go to meetings, care for the kids, and take care of your elderly relatives. Pay attention to the needs of all the people who cross your path. And should you find any of them hungry, give them something to eat. Thirsty, give them a drink. If they have no clothes, give them something to wear. If they're foreigners, greet them instead of avoiding them. If they're sick or in jail, go out and visit them. You can't say that I don't know anyone like this in my neighborhood. However, these people do exist in our lives, in our towns, just outside our gates. In telling us this, Christ reminds us, if we really want to have a good and fulfilling life, we will have to say no to a lot of things. For whoever loses themselves in doing God's work will have a good and fulfilling life now. Not perfect, mind you, but a good life. And a wonderful life in the world to come after we pass on. We have choices. You also have the choice to listen to the commands of the other power we find in the world. Give that power whatever name you want: selfishness, egotism, power, pride, Satan, or the devil. Like God, its directives are also straightforward and simple. Let's get there before the greedy people come. Me first. You should know by now who's really number one in my life. I want it. I want it now and won't survive without it. Let's get all the enjoyment we can out of life, to suck the marrow from the bone. In pursuing these voices, we're told to close our eyes and not observe what is really happening to either ourselves or what we're doing to other people. People and relations are being destroyed. Precious time and resources are being wasted and needlessly used up, absorbed by a senseless nothingness. The other power's main stratagem to win over people is the lie of instant gratification. You don't have to work for what you really desire. Do this and find what you want. Do this and you can take it with you. So people kill, destroy, lie, cheat, steal, and ruin good names so that they may find satisfaction of their desires and fulfillment of their dreams. The church is asking us during this time, who do we really listen to and follow in our everyday lives? Jesus, God's Son, or the Spirit of the world? Is Christ your King, or is money, power, your pleasure, or comfort the one who leads you in your life? Whose voice do you mainly follow? Who are your friends? Important, self-satisfied, and beautiful people? Or people who, like yourselves, are searching for something more than what this world offers? On this feast of Christ the King, I would like to remember the last words of a Mexican Jesuit priest, Miguel Pro, who was executed in the 1930s because he opposed a godless, materialistic, oppressive government. His last words were, "Long live Christ the King." These were the words he lived by, and also the words in which he took his last breath. Ask yourself this day, what are the words you live by? And what words will come to mind when you die?